Hope you're all doing well. Sorry this video is coming out late, but due to YouTube situation with the whole Child Act or whatever is going on in regards to YouTubers, it's a simple thing to do. We have to comply to what was it? Not Cobra, but some settlement situation. And I did, but I wasn't able to create videos. I even tried to do videos on my phone and then try to upload and was denied. Even after I did this simple thing, I had to go into settings and put your videos are for kids, not for kids, or I'll decide for each video. So I made a decision, and I picked one. Okay, so it's a fine, and it still had that message of okay, you still need to do this. All right, I am compliant with it. You know me, I'll comply right away, and I did. Um, that's why though I wasn't able to do an actual video. I mean, I could, but no, it's already late. But already did just a regular on my phone video for which may not look the best, but I did with that, and you still using StreamYard for my NFL show, but just never clicked the live button because I had a guest. So if I was on my own, I would have actually just done a video on my phone and then uploaded it. But point is I'm sorry about that for the NFL show, but it'll be back next week in its regularly scheduled look with banners and like this and other things and comments for those watching live, stuff like that. But hopefully for this video, one of these reviews I can have Ed the Mounty's Corner, Eddie Mount, talk about This Is Us, though we did kind of in our anxiety video we part of, but either way, let's get a crack in talking about this latest episode of This Is Us. I said that very dramatically, didn't I? Anyways, since it's on a time, meaning the pilot episode of This Is Us, Rebecca and Randall has always had a special relationship, and by that I mean both extremely complicated and sometimes a little much, at least to me. In Sorry, both the former and the latter are on display as we experience some quality R&R time. Randall admitting that name for hanging out with his mother's lame does not make it any less lame in two timelines. In a story about Glove, we saw Randall making lists of things to do around the house as his anxiety looked for ways to help his grieving mother. And in Sorry, we see him make good on that to a fairly unhealthy extent. Not only Randall fixing his mother's dishwasher, but when he sees her fretting about financial stuff and needing a job, he offered to help her with her resume. Resumes are my jam, he tells her. Oh. So, yeah. He does much more than prep a resume. He goes with her to her interview. Orders Kevin to tell his brother he's being weird when he needs him. The interview is fine, but it's clear that because Rebecca doesn't know the computer software necessary, she won't be getting the gig. Well, until Randall figures that out and has a word with the guy doing the hiring. He tells this man about how Rebecca and Jack adopted him after being trapped in a fire station. And about his father dying in saving them in a house fire. And that his mother just needs someone to take a chance on her and he'll teach her any software she needs to know. It's a very peak Randall Pearson, but yeah, just to say a lot. Rebecca gets a job because that hiring dude loves a good cry from time to time. And of course, Rebecca had spotted Randall going into the office and knows he spoke on her behalf. Although grateful, she wants to make it clear to her son that she's fine and doesn't need to worry about her. She follows that up by bursting into tears about starting an entry-level job and how she can't believe that this is how her life turned out. Sorry about that. She follows that up by bursting into tears about starting an entry-level job and then follows up that emotional display by again telling Randall she's fine and that she's the parent and he's the son. He doesn't need to take care of her. It's a very confusing message for an 18-year-old. Fast forward to 2019, and Rebecca's in Philadelphia for Thanksgiving. It's the R&R Redux no one expect. Probably Randall asked for. Randall takes his mother for a tour of the city in his office, but things seem off. She mistakenly calls him a congressman. She's taking photos of literally everything, and when he asks about Los Angeles, all she wants to do is show him photos of Baby Jack. And when she misplaces her phone, she gets flustered and upset. Randall grows increasingly concerned throughout the day with his mother and doesn't waste time confronting her about it. Rebecca tries to dismiss this worry by explaining to her son that she's just getting older and getting older sucks. That may be true, but Randall suggests she see a doctor just to make sure everything's okay. It feels like a big leap about after just one afternoon of Rebecca misplacing her phone, but since we have glimpsed into the future and seen that which ghost Rebecca has dementia, we know Randall is right to worry so much. It's very annoying. The emotion jumps up a notch at the suggestion of a doctor, and Rebecca once again reminds her son that she's the parent in this relationship. And then Randall starts to remark on how ridiculous it is that she tells him he's the child here after the last 20 years. Not exactly saying that he's the one who took care of her, but also completely saying that. Rebecca is offended. You guys, she kicks her beloved son out of her room. This escalating tension in the Pearson family can only mean one thing. It's time for Thanksgiving dinner. It's just how they looks like it might be the most awkward one yet because guess who else is coming over? Uncle Nicky. So over in Bradford, Pennsylvania, familiar tensions are also on the rise because when they are not on the show, when are they not? Nicky's figured out that Kevin and Cassidy slept together and reams his nephew out for blowing up Cassidy's marriage. It's tough for Kevin to take, especially since he starts seeing his father being disappointed in him every time he looks at Nicky. Kevin's always been his biggest critic, and he spirals a bit, winding up at bars looking for trouble in a place where a local patron literally asks him if he's looking for trouble. So, all right. Kevin doesn't drink, but he does get punched in the face as he was helping. It only pisses Nick off more since it becomes abundantly clear that Kevin has completely forgotten that today is his uncle's hearing. The whole reason why Kevin is here. To help a Cassie and some sealer, Kevin gets himself together enough to be there for Nikki. So, yeah. And yeah, that moment when Kevin fixes Nikki's tie is everything I do want this show to be. A nice little moment there. Remember when Jack taught teen Kevin how to tie a tie? See? So there you go. And even better is Nikki's big moment during his hearing. When the judge asks him if he has remorse for throwing that chair through a window, Nikki says no, he doesn't. Throwing that chair was the best thing that ever happened to him because it helped him get sober, get into therapy, and most importantly, brought his nephew back into his life. For the first time in 40 years, Nikki realized that he was sick and he needed the help of people who care about him. But still, be still my heart, Uncle Nikki. Good job. I enjoyed it a lot. Seriously. Like, wow. Anyways, moving on to my notes. What a lovely little redemption story, though. Could you even imagine the Nikki we met last season willingly going to a Pearson family Thanksgiving? What a time. Nikki being able to turn around his life after everything he went through is inspiring for Cassidy as well, encouraged by Kevin, begins to make amends with Ryan and Maddie. Baby steps, but it is a start. Kevin, also so worried about if he's a bad person or not, is slowly starting to see that, at least during a short stint in Bradford, he's done some good. It especially helps his personal development when Nikki tells him he's a good kid and he sees his father there saying the same. He just wants to make his dad proud. Thank you. So, yeah. But, come on. Just give me to the Pearson Thanksgiving so I can set my emotions down with Cheese Dogs. Enjoy the emotional fireworks that are sure to come as well in that episode. But that is for the story. So, kind of little short notes. You guys, the longest, most enthusiastic round of applause for Cassidy slowly providing this line to the face of a Pearson child. Not all of us have to talk about our dead dads all the time. Bless that woman. Next one here. Wow, so Mark is the world's worst, huh? He calls Randall Randy. He casually helps himself to beverages in Rebecca's fridge, and he informs Kate that they're not going to see practical magic because they're not 12 years old, 12-year-old girls. Not only is it demeaning and controlling, and dang, I cannot wait until Kate's brothers dress mischief down, but also, how dare he come after the Nicole Kidman Sandra Bullock vehicle? It's classic. It is. Where were you going with this Kate and Toby storyline? I mean, we're seriously wasting precious TIU minutes on Kate lying to Toby about Jack eating his first food at Gregory's. Either just tell Toby the truth that he's missing out on Jack's first and that it's not her fault, or really commit to the lie, Kate. Please. But also, I don't really care, but I do. I care because I brought it up. Anyways, Aditya's brother, dang it. Aditya's birth mother to the list of guests to this impending Thanksgiving feast of awkwardness. After fighting with Malik over asking Beth and Randall, the truth comes out and Aditya wants to see her mom on Thanksgiving. Beth is okay with her mouth, but definitely says this is a horrible idea with her eyes and in her head. So that'll be fun. But what else would you want at Thanksgiving? A whole muscle craziness between individuals. That's what a family is. We're not all perfect. Individually, we're families. Teacher gives Beth a lot of grief about chaperoning her date with Malik, but she should be grateful her chaperone isn't Randall. Could you even imagine, even with Beth's whole take the popcorn Malik shtick, Randall would be 300 times worse, and you all know it. You know it. And last one, that's Rebecca making a bed. By yourself is hard. You don't get to own that misery. But I give it to there. But all in all, great episode. Loved it. I love every single episode. Look forward to the next one moving forward. Duh. And hey, I got myself a haircut for these 3 videos today that I'm doing. That you can tell is different from Tuesday or Wednesday that I did earlier. What a week! I had a long week, work and other things. But anyways, hope you guys enjoy this, and hope to hear from you all in the future. And the bubble loss as always. Take care.